Hey there, in today's lesson I'm going to teach you how to play Hey Jude by the Beatles. So, the song's in the key of F, and we're going to start with an F chord, and I'm going to play an inversion of F. Again, if you're not sure what inversions are, please make sure you check out this video in my free course for beginners. Right, so I'm going to play in my right hand A, C, and F. Okay, so I've got finger 1 on A, finger 2 on C, and then my pinky is on F. So, Hey Jude. Okay. In my left hand, I'm playing the root note, which is F. Okay. So I'm going to Hey Jude. From there, I'm going to go to C. For C, I'm also going to use an inversion of C. I'm going to play G, C, and E. So I'm going, hey Jude, don't make it bad, like that. And then for take a stand, I'm going to add this note here to my chord. This is B flat that I'm adding, and the chord is now called C7. So I'm going from C to C7. I mean, now because there's so many notes, I realize I'm playing a C here, so I don't always have to play this C here. If I go like this, that gives a more open sound. And I hope you've also realized that instead of just playing each chord once, I've added some rhythm by playing it on every beat. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, then there's my 7th. Back to F. Sometimes what I hear on the recording, I think I saw Paul McCartney playing and singing one time. He played something like on the C7, because he sings take a sad, so he also plays take a sad song. This is interesting because this note is not in the chord, so it creates a bit of tension, which I quite like. So hey Jude, don't make it bad, here's the melody, take a sad song and make it better. Okay, I like that. And then we go to B flat after that. Remember, and B flat is B flat, D, and F. And in the left, I'm just playing the bass note. B flat. Back to F, and then to C. If you want, you can make that C7. So it was remember 2, 3, 4, and then F, 2, then you begin, then to make it better. Okay, so basically that's the verse. One of the things that I like, again, the way Paul plays this on piano, is the bass notes are not on the beat. So it's like he plays the chord followed by the bass note. I think he plays octaves in the left hand. So if you can't reach an octave, you can just play one note. You can go. If you can play octaves, you can go. And actually, I'm not sure if this is the verse or the chorus. Actually, but anyway, who cares? The next section, we're going to go F7. So, and anytime you feel the pain, that part. So we're going to go with that F chord in mind. You're going to move your pinky from F to E to E flat. So you're going to, okay, you could play the rest of the notes in that chord. You could be playing A and the C throughout. So, to make it better. Now if you're going to the next part, you go. So that's actually a cool thing to do. Whenever you're going from chord 1 to chord 4, you could always add a 7th. Okay. So let's go back to that second section of the song. So we've added the 7th. Now we go to B flat. And now, here are a number of chords. You know what? The basic chords to this song are really F, B flat, and C. Okay, but the bass keeps changing, which makes the music very interesting. So we're going from B flat. Here we go to F, but we're going to do that with an A in the bass. Hey Jude. Back to B flat, but this time we've got a G in the bass. Don't carry. You can stay on B flat here if you want. And I'm showing you these, but really if you know your inversions, depending on the context of where you are when you're playing, you could have been playing. Then it goes to C. Okay. So I mean that changes everything. So all I'm doing is I'm using inversions. Okay. Let me see which one feels most natural for me. So I'm probably going to play from this B flat instead of the one that I showed you, actually. But you know what? It's nice to know both, because you could do that if you want and play 4-note chords. It's all up to you. So you go from B flat to F with an A in the bass, to B flat again, but this time with G. Don't carry a B flat with an F. The world C, but with an E in the bass. And for my C, I'm playing an inversion, first inversion. E, G, C. And then it's going to go to C in the bass. Yo, and then home to F. Okay, so if I just look at the bass line, it's going, hey Jude, I'm just going down the scale. When I get to E, I skip the D and go straight to C, and then back to F. There's my bass. Okay. Now when we get to the na 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 na, it's still an F chord, but that's what the piano plays there. So it plays the same notes that it's singing. So it's an F chord, but I'm going to play C, D, E flat. Now that chord is an F7. So okay, and then it goes to C. And for C, I'm simply playing my G, C, E. Okay. Okay, so na na na, F7 to C. If you want, you could add a 7th there as well. Okay. So let's see if we can put all this together. We're going to play the verse, or rather first section, second section, or verse chorus, whichever it is. Okay. So we're going to go, hey Jude, make it down, with that interesting bass, and make it off the beat. Remember to let him into your heart, then you can start to make it better. I'm going to go to the next part. Anytime you feel then back to the verse. Hey Jude. Okay, and then I mean, when you listen to the song, when you play along with it, you can just follow that arrangement. The third part to this song is the bridge. I think this is the one that people love, particularly at the soccer stadium or the football stadium. Very interesting. So for this part, na na na, that part we're going to play F, any inversion of F. Okay, and then from, by the way, F is just F, A, and C, and then we're going to go to E flat, which is E flat, G, and B. Or you can play an inversion of that. So you can go from from there you can then go to B flat. We've played lots of B flats in the song, so you could play any inversion. You could play that, or you could play that. Okay, so I'm playing F, B flat, and D, or you could play B flat, D, and F. It's still the same thing. Okay, so the bridge, F, E flat, and then B flat. So na 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 na, hey Jude. The other thing I've noticed from playing now is, again, Paul McCartney, he thinks like because he's a bass player, so sometimes instead of just that, because that can be boring, so he's playing maybe what Ringo is playing on the drums, maybe. I think that's more interesting than just bong, bong. This you know, every time I try and slow something like that down or think about it, I just end up getting quite confused. So probably not a good idea for me to advise you to do that. It might work for some people, but really, if you just think of playing a bass line like a bass player, then you should be absolutely fine. Okay, but if you do want to break it down, I guess you could go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so there's lots of ands there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. For me, it's just easier to be thinking doom doom ka doom doom ka doom 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 ka doom ka doom. So if you, I mean, it really helps to hear all the instruments in your head, and then just apply that to your playing. Okay, so that's basically how you play Hey Jude. So guys, really enjoy playing, experiment with all these inversions, and remember to check out my free beginners course if you haven't done that already, because it's just going to fill up any gaps that you might have. Otherwise, if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you do. Let me know if there's any other songs that you'd like to learn. Let me know how your playing's going, actually, especially for those of you who started with me from the very beginning. Let me know how well you're playing. Even send some videos of your playing if you wish. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Practice, practice, practice. Okay.